Okay, I'm trying to make this a very quick video. Every time I make this video, for some reason it goes 25 minutes, and I don't want to make a 25-minute video. I just want to make a quick 5-minute video. Uh, Very quickly, I'm going to try this. Every time you do a 3D print, regardless of what it is, you're going to have some post-processing cleanup. Post-processing is after the machine is done, it's built. You're going to pop this off the hotbed, and you're going to need to do a little bit of cleaning up. Generally on the bottom of the print, let me handle one that's very flat on the bottom. This one right here is very flat on the bottom. Generally on the print side bed, it's going to have a kind of a sharp edge. What you need to take is a file. This is just a simple fine needle file. It works really good for plastics because the plastic doesn't get gummed up inside the teeth, and it's easy to handle. What you want to do is you want to go around this edge, knock it down, go around the inside edge, knock it down, go flat across it, and take those little curls off. On these Prussia face mask bands, make sure that this whole inside is smooth. Make sure that that lip on both the bottom and the top is also smooth. If it's not smooth, take your file, knock it down. For filing, you can use don't use a wood file. A wood file is just going to tear the plastic up. You're going to need a metal file, a nail file, an emery board, something like that. Knock that edge down and put that in the done pile. Now, if you decide to print a stack, that means several of these stacked on top of each other like such, there will be extra material to take off. These never come out perfect. No print comes out perfect. You always need post-processing. That's what needle files are for. So on the stack mask, I'm sorry this is white and the camera is going to blow this out and I can't help it. On the stack mask, you're going to have a lot of extra material in between the layers. Don't worry, don't freak out. It's not a bad print. It's just part of the model. But it's not actually part of the functional part of the model. That's just extra material. You're going to have to take your needle file and knock off. Now, like I said, the main focus is the inside of the band, the part that goes against the wearer's forehead. Knock off those sharp edges, those burrs, anything that can cause some irritation. You want that smooth and flat as possible, so get that done. Again, over here's my FL Sun. I can't tilt the camera, it's on top of my monitor. The FL Sun's done a beautiful job. I've got a second FL Sun printer coming, so I have 2 Delta printers going to be printing these out like crazy. Donations, I need them. Right here you see this is a 70 mask, the face shield mask. They are really nice. They're minimalist, so I can print these really fast. 30 minutes on my FL Sun for individuals. I don't know anybody doing those on stacks yet. I don't really want to do those on stacks because they're really easy to print, really fast to print. 30 minutes on my FL Sun. If I use it on one of my Cartesian printers like my artillery back here, you're looking more like you're looking at like an hour and 20 minutes. Where my FL Sun can do it in 30 minutes. The cost of materials, on average right now, we're still looking at about $20 for a spool. My favorites are going to be 3D Solutech. This is a very fantastic material, and I believe 3D Solutech might also make Amazon's basic line of filament. They're the exact same size spool. They look very close to the same, just different stickers on the spool themselves. You can see right over here, that's a Amazon Basics spool. Black, I like solid colors. Like you see over here. This is transparent blues. It's not my favorite to work with because they can be a little bit finicky. The blacks, the whites, the silvers, those all print really good for me. There's many other. You can see up here on the spool itself, there's some orange up there as well and some reds. Solid colors work really good. Donations, I do need donations. I'm burning up filament like crazy trying to get these masks out. I'm not charging anybody for any of these masks that I'm printing, and so far I've paid for everything myself. The 3D printer came out of my bank account. I paid for that. The donations are now being used for future purchases of filament. I do have about a dozen rolls coming in from Amazon based on the donations that I've received so far. So if you can help me out, that'd be amazing. I can purchase more filament. I can get more mask out. Now, just let you know, when it comes to the face shield material, I'm using standard A4 transparency sheets that your teacher used back in grade school on the overhead projectors. I've got 500 of those coming. So that's 500 face shields. I've got some really good hole punches coming, so I can punch these for the face shields that I've printed so far. My friend, she's going to be distributing these to the local hospitals. I am reaching out to the rural hospitals. That's the hospitals and clinics that are not in the large city of Wichita, that are further out, like clinics down in Winfield, Kansas, over in Andover, Kansas, those type of places that have lots smaller supply. They're being eaten up because the bigger hospitals, like Wichita's Wesley and Via Christi, has a larger supply need, so they suck from the smaller hospitals to fill their need. And of course we know New York, California, all the big metropolitan areas are draining everybody down. So needs for me to print these masks is very high. 64 of those 67 that I've printed so far have already been spoken for by the local clinics and the hospitals and doctors, fire departments, police departments, sheriff's departments, city halls. We're offering to everybody who don't have a supply for them. I expect these items to be a few uses and then throw it away. I really encourage people to take care of them, dip them in some bleach water, wash them, slush them around a bit in a pan of water, bleach water, and then let them air dry. Out in the sun would be preferable if possible. Open a window, let them dry in the sun underneath the UV power of the sun, so anything that's on there can die. 3 hours is what they're saying for airborne viruses. A couple days on aluminum viruses. It all varies between the media. These plastics do have micro fissures in them, so where there's going to be little tiny holes that the virus could possibly attach itself. So bleach water, UV light. Now, these plastics are not UV stable, so they will break down over time, but you're looking at months before they actually start deteriorating. These are biodegradable, so if you use it and you throw it in the landfill, don't worry. This is made out of corn and other types of natural produced items. These are called bioplastics. If you really want to look into it and prove me wrong or prove me right, go ahead. But I've learned that these are bioplastics, corn oil, and various other biological materials. So they're safe for the environment. Throw them away after you use them. If it's starting to get questionable in use, throw it away. I'll print you some more. I'll have plenty of these on stock. I've got more. Like I said, I've bought another FL Sun. For donations, though, okay, I want to keep this. I wanted to stick to 5 minutes. We're going to go to 10 minutes. You can send donations through Facebook Messenger. If you're my friend on Facebook, you can send me a friend request. I will probably accept it. I am a conservative, so if you come to my Facebook, expect to see conservative posts. I've been limiting that a lot lately because that's not the high point of what needs to be discussed right now. If you would like to send me donations through PayPal, you can use my email address and find me on PayPal at impact9, that's IMPACT9 at gmail.com. Contact me through seeing this post. I will give you a mailing address if you'd like to send. If you don't know how to use PayPal or Messenger, you can send me cold hard cash. You can send a check. Not preferred, but that's an option. Instant transfers such as PayPal and Facebook Messenger. You can also use Verizon's texting app to send funds. I've seen it on there. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but we can try it out. And what your money does is, for $20, you can buy me a spool of filament. That will produce about 40 masks. About 40 of these face shields. $10 to buy a half a roll, and then you can print. I can print about 20 of those face shields. The more you send, on average, we're looking at $50 donation. $50 helps me buy more rolls, more spools of filament, and it will also help me purchase spare parts for the printers as wear and tear occurs. This printer over here is currently printing a 10 stack, and it will need some love and care after this Ren mule gets to the end of the field. They all need a little bit of relaxing time. So please send donations. They absolutely do help, and they will make a big difference. And if you say, I'm going to send you a donation, will you please print 5 face shields for me or for my sister, my daughter who's in the medical community? I will print you some of the really nice ones and send those out as soon as I can. So just let me know if you do need something. I will try to make that need met. All right. Thank you all very much. I do appreciate it. And this was 11 minutes and about 30 seconds. So you all have a great life and stay separated.